but I'm gonna tell you anyway. South Africans gambled 1.5 trillion rand last year. 1.5 trillion rand. That's 4 billion rand every single day. And the people that are losing the most are the people that can afford the least. Let me show you the numbers, because this isn't just a gambling problem. This is a national crisis nobody's talking about. 1.5 trillion rand wagered in 1 year. That's more than South Africa's entire mining sector contributes to the economy. Mining employs hundreds of people. Gambling creates nothing. But here's where it gets dark. People in financial distress are spending up to 40% of their monthly income on gambling. The poorest households, they're spending up to half their SASSA grants on bets. Social grants meant to feed children being gambled away. And here's the part that should make your blood boil.
Welcome to another reaction video with your broski. Toy banger. Gambling addiction, guys, is a serious problem, and now it's becoming a pandemic. Becoming a pandemic in our society where people gamble life savings, people gamble their last monies just to get a fix. Now it's becoming an addiction where people have to get that fix. It's a serious issue that concerns us all. If you know anyone who has this problem with gambling, if you know anyone who has this sickness, please tell them to watch this video. Make sure you subscribe to their channel. Without further ado, let's just watch this.
4% of gamblers said they would have bought groceries if they haven't gambled the money away. They're choosing bets over food, not because they're stupid, but because they're desperate. 65% of people surveyed said they gamble to make more money. Not for fun, not for excitement, to survive. Because unemployment is the strongest predictor of gambling in South Africa. When you can't find a job, when inflation is crushing you, when your salary hasn't moved but rent has, you gamble because it feels that the only shot you have. And the middle market, they're spending 38 to 50% of their income on gambling. 52% of South Africans now gamble.
I know people that would take out loans, that would borrow money just to gamble. There are people who are taking loans just to multiply the earnings. Nowadays, there are people who actually go on the internet selling courses of how you can beat the house. But my brother, I'm here to tell you something. You could never beat the house. When it comes to gambling, the house is always gonna be on top. The house is always gonna be making money. So for someone to say, I'm gambling to make more money, no, you're gambling to make someone money, which is the house. So people with a gambling problem, it gets to a point where they let go of anything. All they fixate on is just gambling. And unemployment might be the factor, but there are many other factors, because some people now, it became a point where they reason, but at the end of the day, it shows that this person has a huge problem when they neglect actual resources, when they neglect everything just to get that gambling fix. People will actually trade in their cars.
10 gamble at least once a week. 1 in 10 gambles daily. Betting now accounts for 55% of all household spending on entertainment and culture. Not movies, not music, not going out, gambling. Retailers like Pick n Pay, Famous Brands, and TFG are publicly warning that online gambling is destroying consumer spending. It's a bigger threat to their business than Temu and Shein combined. Betway and Hollywood Bets, between them, over 60 million online visits per month. They've bought their way into everything you love. Betway, the Betway Premiership, 900 million rand for 3 years to rename our entire football league. The Betway SA20, that's the cricket league, Springboks, as well as the Proteas. Hollywood.
And I realized that these gambling companies are everywhere, bro. We have influencers, guys. We have people like recruiting people to start gambling, bro. Even McG is doing that. even McG is doing that. And I've worked with people that gamble. They'll tell you that, you know, they've been making money off this thing. But I don't believe it, bro. Because at the end of the day, the house is always gonna be the one on top.
It's Sharks Rugby, Dolphins Cricket, Kingsmead Stadium, Kings Park Stadium, Super League, which is the women's football, Greyville Racecourse, even the Durban July. You literally cannot watch South African sport without seeing gambling brands. Every jersey, every stadium, every broadcast. They spend 2.6 million rand on advertising. That's more than the entire telecommunications industry, and it's working. Revenues growing 25% per year, 4 times faster than economic growth. So who's winning? The house. Always the house. Now here's what happened just
My point exactly. At the end of the day, it's always gonna be the house, bro. And I'm speaking this lingo of the house because I know, bro. I've dove into it, and I checked it out, and I've lost money very fast. Very fast. In the beginning, it's nice, it's easy because the house always allows you to win a bit. But after that, they're gonna recoup. And when they recoup, they don't just recoup the money that you won. They recoup over 150% recoupment before they let you win again. So people are going like deep into debt because of gambling, bro.
recently. While Ramaphosa was on stage making promises, the National Gambling Board quietly published amendments to the national gambling regulations in the government gazette. Nobody reported it. Nobody talked about it. They changed the gambling rules on the same day the whole country was distracted. So today, February 17th, 2026, a London-based gambling technology company called Every Matrix just received approved status from the Western Cape Gambling Board today, as in right now. While you're watching this video, a brand new international platform just got the green light to enter our market. They already bought another company specifically to access the South African market faster. Guys, please stop. You're not going to make R1 million from a 10 Rand bet. I know.
Fact. You'll never make R1 million from a 10 Rand bet, bro. That's what they have you believe. And a lot of people are falling for it. Hey, now I was almost there, but I was like, you see this? This is the scam, and you know at the end of it, the one person is gonna win, which is the house. If you don't know this, you need some more insight, bro.
Let's talk about gambling disorder. So according to the DSM-5, which is the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, gambling disorder is a problematic and recurrent gambling behavior that leads to clinical impairment and distress. And an individual usually shows 4 of these symptoms over a 12-month period. Number 1, the individual needs to gamble with an increased amount of money to achieve the desired excitement. Number 2, they are restless or irritable when they need to cut down or stop gambling. Number 3, they have made unsuccessful attempts to cut down, slow off, or stop gambling. Number 4, the individual is usually preoccupied with gambling, so they're either thinking or reliving the last time they were gambling, or they're trying to find ways they can get money to gamble again. Number 5, they often gamble when feeling distress, such as anxiety, depression, low mood. Number 6, when they lose money gambling, they want to return another day to almost chase their losses and get even with that loss that they made. Number 7, which is a big one, they lie and conceal their gambling altogether or the extent to which they're gambling. Number 8, they have lost something significant because of gambling. It can be a significant relationship, job, or a possible future in studies, etc. because of gambling. And lastly, they rely on others to provide money to relieve themselves because obviously they've dug themselves in a financial situation. So other people.
Now it's not even about, it's not about fun anymore. It's about the high. They're chasing that constant high, that constant itch that you have when you're using drugs or when you're addicted to alcohol. Now, hence why they lie. You see, now people, it's becoming like it's a mental disorder now. It's a mental disorder, and that's the dangers of gambling, is because you win, you get that high, right? You lose, you get that low. In order for you to get that high again, you do what? You gamble some more, just like smoking weed, just like doing everything. It's always a recurring thing. You will never, like, once you get your head into it, hey, Joe, I know, like, stopping is something else, Joe. Stopping is something else. It's not easy.
People either borrow their money or help them out to dig them out of that situation. Help is available. Here is the toll-free counseling line for gambling addiction. A diagnosis is made by a trained professional such as a psychiatrist, and share for awareness.
Hey everyone, hope everyone is good. Everyone is good. I'm gonna do this one in English, simple because there's people who don't speak Zulu, but who suffer from the same thing I'm gonna talk about. We know about alcohol addiction. We know about drugs addiction. I'm not sure what other addictions that are there that actually can ruin someone's lives. But I'm gonna tell you the addiction I'm facing and the classes I'm attending. I'm what they call a compulsive gambler. So after realizing how much gambling has taken away from me, but you don't realize this if you're still winning, trust me. You don't realize this while you're still putting a ticket through, or playing aviator, or playing fruits, or still making money. You won't realize this if everything is still in order in your life. This starts to make sense when you use your whole salary to bet. This will start to make sense when your wife or your partner leaves you. This will start to make sense when you can't afford your children's school fees and you're getting letters from school and you don't even have money to go to work. This will start to make sense when you open the fridge, you realize there's no food, there's nothing, there's no money, and you're owing people. Because remember, what this type of addiction, you're sober-minded, meaning you can plan yourself. So how do you plan yourself? You plan yourself carelessly. One, you're going to use all the money that you have, even the money that you need for transport or to go to work or for food. Then you're going to go borrow money to cover those expenses. But guess what the demon of gambling is going to do to you? It's going to make you use that money to gamble. Then you're going to lose that money. Now you're owing people. You're going to go borrow more money. And you know what the sad thing about life is? It's easy to get a loan from someone than to get a blessing from God. I'm going to say that again. It's easy to get a loan from someone. Go pray for a loan now and see. Pray for someone to borrow you money. See how fast that will be answered.
Going back to a point I was making, that people even take out loans to fit this addiction. It takes up so much from people that they're not even aware, bro. Like, someone would say, I don't have lunch money, but they're busy on Betway. And for our government to not do anything besides even introduce more platforms, that's crazy, bro. For people to be on the internet, I know influencers get paid to promote and recruit people, but at the end of the day, it's a bad thing and it's damaging society. Like Broro said, lose everything. That's when you realize that, oh no, bro, oh no, I'm fucking up my life. I am not doing anything. I don't even have money to go to work anymore. Mind you, the platforms are sold on that promise of you're gonna make money, you're gonna be rich the moment you get on these platforms, and they're gonna give you your wins. Like, see how they keep people in. How I've witnessed gamblers is that they're gonna win, right? The problem is that once a person wins, let me say they were gambling with 1,000 and they turn that 1,000 into 3,000 now on the spot. See, instead of them moving, instead of them saying, I'm done, they know natural as human behavior, they're gonna want more. So they're gonna just stay tuned into the platform until they lose everything. And some people would get into these platforms, make 2,000, no, from 1,000, then lose that 1,000, leave the platform with 500 and say, I'm gonna come back later. Now they have 1.5, then they come back with the 1.5, and Rutu, they make maybe 2,000, and then that 2,000 gone, including the 1.5 they made. That's how they keep you in love. So they're gonna give it to you. You're gonna feel the taste. Yo, I just made 3,000, and then and then I just take everything. Then you're gonna have to go out and take out a load, like he said. It's easy because I know people where I used to work before. I know people that would give out loans, and the most common people that would explain to me that the most people who would come to take these loans are the people, as soon as they get that loans, those people would actually go to buy vouchers at the store that I was working in. So these people would spend so much money. I even had a cashier who was telling me that, when it comes to vouchers, people buy a lot of vouchers in a day. Someone would take out a loan now to buy a voucher 500, betting, mind you, this person is actually gambling transport money. So at that time they are gambling transport money, and it's sad to witness, but it happens so often and now it's becoming a norm for the gambling body to introduce, even regulate more platforms to come in. And this is the numbers. You hear the numbers, 1.4 trillion a year just in gambling, and these are the losses. These are the monies made by the houses, by you. These are not even the monies that go back to the people.
Now go pray for getting rid of that addiction that you're fighting, and see how long it takes you to get a response. You know why? It's because it's all rest to you. It's all rest on you. Yeah, I've ruined my life beyond, I don't know, I wish I can say beyond fixing, but I'm taking baby step, one step at a time to fix my life. I don't know how I'm gonna make it tomorrow. I don't know how I'm gonna pay my children's school fees. I'm not sure how I'm gonna make my partner trust me again. I don't know how I'm gonna make anyone believe in me again. But I'm saying to you who's watching this video, you can still turn this around. This gambling anonymous group where you can go and speak and get help, they are free, by the way. They are free. I'm attending one in Pietermaritzburg. There's some in Durban. I'm not sure where. Just Google these things. You'll see there'll be WhatsApp numbers. You just ask them where they are based. Ask if you can attend. Normally they'll never say no, because they're trying to help you. These are people who are coming from the same experience, and they hope many people realize this.
So there's free help, you see. Just like drug addicts, there's free rehab. So the moment they give you free help, just know that the crisis is real, bro.
And I'm not here to gamble. I'm here with a friend. But this woman came up to me, and she basically said she's been here since like 8 o'clock last night. Mind you, it's 5:35 p.m. now. She said she's been here since 8, and she doesn't have money. She lost all her money, and she needs 30 rand to get food. What, guys? No, what is that, guys? I'm actually like shocked that people can actually have such an addiction, or like something that makes them that will make them lose all their money off chance.
Of probability. Like I said, people think they can outsmart the system. So what is this clip right here, bro? It looks like it's in a casino or some sort, yeah. So the lady pulled up to him and said, I've been here since yesterday, 8. It's 5 p.m. the next day. And the lady now gambled everything to a point where she neglected the fact that she has to eat. Guys, that's the dopamine hit. You gambled ups and downs thinking you're gonna beat the house.
African gambling statistics have been on the news for the past 2 days. The money that is being spent on gambling, Machomi, it's more than what we pay to South African revenue services. Machomi, that is billions that is going into the industry. Hello, Yella. I hope you guys are good. Well, when I say it's like gambling, Machomi, I please miss me with that. I've learned my lesson at Triple M. When I Lotto, when I Hollywood bet, when I Betway. The sad part about these statistics, Machomi, it's people who are earning SASA and people who are getting 350. Honestly, my chomi, it says a lot about where we are as a country. Our people are looking for jobs. My chomi, I love talking about money, but once you start engaging regarding gambling, please miss me with that. Say it's like gambling, my chomi, please stop it. I said, please, if you need help, please reach out to someone who can assist you. But it does not end well.
It does not end well. So imagine the people who actually need the money, they're taking it and giving it to these gambling companies, these gambling houses, thinking they could outsmart, thinking they could beat the system. And it's always the poor, the people that fall for it because they have hope. They have hope. The way they sell these platforms is they tell you that you're gonna gamble, you're gonna get richer. And which is the sad thing, because at the end of the day, they are the ones who's gonna eat. They're the ones who gonna like make the money. You are just the pawn. You're just like the ones they use for you to get more money to them. They don't even need to break this off. And now since gambling is so accessible, like through our phones, that's the life we live in. So if you want more videos like this, make sure you make sure you recommend these videos. Until the next one, Kere Ololo.